Hey y'all, I'm done making videos, but I'ma still make this video because this is real quick. My standard of God elevated when I elevated my standard of self. Okay? So when I knew that I deserved the best, period, when I knew I deserved the best, period, from myself, when I knew I deserve, trust me, I know clearly when I'm settling. When I eat the things I know I'm not supposed to eat, when I choose not to exercise, when I do self destructive behaviors, I'm 1,000% aware of them. And the ones that I'm not, my family knows, my friends know to bring it to my attention. I'd rather feel a little uncomfortable in the moment than live a life that's not pleasing to God, which is alignment, perfect alignment. I said perfect alignment in my head, but I left the word perfect out because y'all get freaky about the word perfect. But God is perfect, right? And we were made in the image of God. Now, some of us breed it with Gentiles. What do they call them? Pagans, non believers, humans. Yes, because God is not human. God made himself in the image. God is not human. Who said God is, who said we're human? We are human. But who are humans? What is humanity? I thought this was going to be a quick video, but now I didn't went on the road. But humanity is what occupies this space, but this space is the devil's playground. See my little halo? This space is the devil's playground, so who are humans? Who is God? And are they mixing? And if you think about the Anunnaki, isn't that the story? Isn't that the story that these aliens came to Earth and breeded with monsters and whatever monsters, whatever? Who knows what monsters look like? Just because they tell us monsters are this, who knows what monsters really look like? Maybe they look like this. Maybe this isn't what God looks like. But we think it is because this is what we look like. No, God just made man in his image. But we don't know what God looks like. We just assume it looks like this. But that wasn't the point. The point is, as I elevated my standard for self, I believed that God would punish me. I believed that God would allow me to fail. I believed that God was all these things because that's all the things that I was. As I believed that God, as I believed, this thing says easy flow, let it flow. As I stopped receiving failure as an option for me, I stopped receiving failure as an option for God. There's no failure in my God relationship. I don't know what your God relationship is. There's one God. There's multiple pathways to that God. And our relationship is individual. That's how I believe. That's why I don't care how you get to God. Just get to God. And I know if you know God from your fruit. Your life speaks for you because your life is an accumulation of your beliefs and standard for self and standard for your God relationship. If you believe depression is a part of your physical world reality, that means you believe in a God that allows for depression. I don't believe in a God that allows for depression. Now, I don't understand chemical imbalances. And maybe there's another word because there's people out there who have a lot more book knowledge than I. I was in a room where I was just like sexism, and sis broke it down. She's like, there's womanism, there's black womanism, there's feminism, and there's a bunch of other isms that somehow all get grouped into sexism. But it's so much more than sexism. Sis gamed me. So I may say depression, but it may be something else, but we don't have any other language, so we group it all together. So people who actually are experiencing something way more than what I have identified as depression, we're all grouped together. So when I say I don't believe in a God that allows for depression, That's because what I believe depression for myself. I can't speak for you. So don't ever say, she said. I'm speaking for me in my life and those who identify with me in this message. I'm not speaking for someone who doesn't identify with my message. It's not for you. If I bump up against you, that's just one of two things. It's because God is trying to tell you something and break you free of a bias, break you free from a chain that has held you away from your God divinity. Every trigger is a chain, and you choose if you still choose to remain chained. The other reason why I would bump up against you, and Spirit is telling me I won't even bump up against you. You won't even hear me. You won't even see me. That's why it's small right now. It's growing, but it's small right now. Because what I'm speaking is so far ahead. I'm unlocking people. I'm entertaining those I'm unlocking. I'm educating those I'm unlocking. I'm giving all the things and checking all the boxes for those that I'm unlocking. But those that I'm unlocking are locked in. And those that I'm not, they're like, So if I bump up against you, it's because this message isn't for you, or God's trying to unchain you. You decide which that is. And I also add, I'm in the midst of a depression right now. I don't know what the heck is going on with my life, but God is working me through it. God is working me through it. That's all I'm going to say. And I'm in gratitude and I'm thankful and I'm excited, but I don't know what I'm excited about. I don't know. It's my life is in shambles, and if I didn't know God and I didn't see the beauty in my family, understand that we're going to, I'm looking at easy flow again, we're going to fall in and out of flow. It's going to happen whether we're in God or not. But if we're in God, we see. And right now, I'm out of flow with all my children. I'm in flow with my husband, which is a blessing. I couldn't imagine being out of flow with my husband and my children. I would leave for a pack of cigarettes and never come back. These dogs don't stop. Hold on. So anyway, I forgot. Dang dogs. But I separated them. Landlord's like, I don't want, you got 2 dogs, they're going to mess with my laminate. These dogs stay separated for my peace. For my peace. One is in that room and one is in that room. And whenever they're together, the other one got a little neurosis going on. So she want out, she want it. She want out, she want it. So I just leave her out because I ain't jumping up every time your old psychotic ass want to get up and go out. 5 minutes in, 5 minutes out. No, you're just going to stay out, friend. And you can cry on the other side of that door. These some old crying ass, clingy ass dogs. Yeah, but I know that they're guardians for my family. Yeah, there was that one night I talked to a dog telepathically. It was crazy. And then I was on a live and somebody was like, yeah, I love talking to dogs. And I was like, let me see if I could talk to my dog. And I started messing with Alfalfa, like communicating telepathically. And he started going crazy. I was like, well, I'm doing something. I ain't got him to sit. That's what I was telling him. I was telling him to sit. And he just started pacing and pacing and pacing because I was fucking with him. So anyway, yeah, that's the stuff you could do through God. Can you talk to dogs? And some of y'all that can talk to dogs, you may have the capabilities, but you still may not know God. I don't know. I don't know how it all works. I am not all knowing. I am just a messenger. And my message is, as I came closer into self-love of myself, I didn't believe. I knew. I knew God was so much bigger than they ever told us to conceive. I know that what I'm doing, even though I have no idea what I'm doing, it's being done. It's done. And it's been a clicking up of knowing who God is and believing the limitations and removing the limitations from God. And now I'm working on the career side. I did the family, now I'm doing the career. I'm doing the finances now. And the career is going to come before the finances because you do a lot of work before you actually start getting paid. So the career is going to start clicking in and then the finances are going to click in. But I'm working to know a God to where I know that it's done. I think it's done, but I need to know it's done. So I'm working on that God relationship now.